Hello, everyone. Maggie here from Tenacious Dog Training. And today I wanted to do a short presentation for you to talk about going back to our new normal. So what are some things you need to consider as you phase yourself back into going to the office? The first thing that you need to consider is that animals thrive on consistency and know what to expect. We need to help ease them into these new routines, whatever they may be, whether you're going to work full-time from the office or perhaps part-time from home, part-time from the office. What is that going to look like? And we need to consider that sometimes the easiest place to start to help them is just leaving them alone for a little bit of time, even just doing that while we grab the mail. And then please keep in mind with training, slow is always fast. So where do you start? We need to start with independence training. How often are you leaving your dog alone right now? And then how can you increase that in very small amounts to set them up for success? Also, where are you going to put your dog when they are going to be alone? Do you have a safe area for them? Is this area away from the general house traffic and away from noises they might hear outside that could be scary, such as dump trucks and things of that nature? It could be an exercise pen connected to a crate, or perhaps just a crate. Some dogs like a little bit of background noise, such as low music. They even have stations specifically for calming animals. Also, do they like to have a crate cover or perhaps a blanket over their crate to create a little bit more of that sensory deprivation from light? If you have a dog that likes to pull things into their crate and ruin them, you might need to put their crate under something such as a table and put the blanket on the outside of that just so they cannot reach it. You also need to start practicing leaving. So we want to desensitize your dog to you not being home. So what is your leaving routine going to look like? Are you going to put them in the kennel or their kennel and X-pen area and then grab your keys and purse and leave? If yes, then you need to practice that routine in that order and going to the door and then coming back and doing nothing. And then if that's going well, going to the door, going out, and then coming right back in, and just making small steps to increase that time. You also need to keep in mind that you need to make it not a big deal when you're leaving and not a big deal when you get home. So a calm exit, a calm entrance. We also want to increase enrichment in our dogs' lives. So if you are feeding them out of the bowl, ditch the bowl. We want to make sure that they are getting an appropriate amount of mental stimulation every single day. And sometimes we want to give them things to do when we leave. So if we put food in things such as a wobble Kong, we are engaging a natural thing that they do, which is searching for food. And the bonus is searching for food also is a dopamine release. If you're not familiar with dopamine, it is a feel-good neurotransmitter. If you have a dog that has a hard time settling down when you leave, sometimes adding pheromone collars and things such as licky mats or Kongs, stuffed Kongs, to engage that active licking, that also is a serotonin release, which can help relax and help them sleep when you are gone. So how much mental and physical exercise are your dogs getting now? We really need to consider these things as you phase back into work. What type of walks are you currently taking? How can we make the most of those walks? So if you're a power walker, maybe we need to switch to smelling walks. If you've ever heard myself and Morgan at Lucky Pup talk before, you know that we equate going for a walk where the dog is not allowed to smell as equivalent to us going on a hike with a blindfold on. There's no point. 1/3 of our dog's nose is dedicated to interpreting the world through smell. So we can really maximize those walks by allowing the dog to smell to their heart's desire. Smelly walks actually, like a 20-minute smelly walk is actually equivalent to a 2-hour power walk. So that is one way that you can maximize those walks. If you feel that you're gonna have a hard time with that transition, getting to work, getting home, maybe you need to hire a dog walker such as Lucky Pup. Most importantly, as you return to work, you need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, it's not going to happen. Studies show us that. So you could work with a trainer such as myself to make sure that we're setting your dogs and pets up for success. Also, if they're struggling, we can come in and give you a few tips to hopefully make it easier for them. If they're having a really hard time, we might need to consult a veterinarian and take a three-prong approach, meaning that maybe they need some medication in addition to training, in addition to that management. If you think they might have a panic disorder, the only appropriate person to call would be your veterinarian. Well, thank you for tuning in for this short presentation. I hope that you found value. Thank you and have a great day.